BLPA Big Show. Hockey, sports, life for the adult athlete. Powered by the Beer League Players Association. Follow us at the BLPA.
Everybody, just follow.
Keep connected with us. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. You dig that?
Follow
on every social media outlet. And make sure you follow the crew on Twitter. Nick at Nigger Jones, Jason at Beer League Jason, and Jillian at BLPA Jillian. Let's get it.
Welcome to the greatest sports show in the world. Good week, everybody. Hey, glad you're back joining us here. We got Jason with us. Jason, what's going on?
I'm awake now.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's why I do that. I want to make sure everybody knows that you need to be awake for this show.
Okay, I'm awake. Here we go.
Jillian, pregnant chick.
Pregnant and barely awake.
We got here. That wake you up?
Oh, yeah, I feel so much better. Thank you.
Good.
That's all I needed.
Well, I'm here to give you what you need, Jillian. That's my
heard
goal.
that.
So it's Hershey week. We had Charleston week. Before that, we had Placid week. Before that, we had Columbus week, and before that, we had Charlotte week. So this is the last week of in a row tournaments. So I get a little bit of a break, about maybe a 13-day break until Italy. So I'm feeling good. Yeah, I'm feeling.
Do you
good.
like that? Do you like having a little break, or do you feel cooler when you're going back to back?
I would do a tournament every week from a business standpoint. I would do a tournament, and I enjoy the tournaments, but fuck, do I get tired?
Yeah,
I get tired, and yeah, I get sick a bit. I'm recovering. I'm a recovering person right now. I'm a little gunky right now because I had like a 30-minute meeting or 40-minute meeting with Tampa this morning. Tampa's back on the menu, boys.
Let's go.
I'm not going to tell you when, but it's going to be on the menu and we're going to eat. But yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I obviously I want to see my family. That's a bonus. I do like that. I like sleeping in my own bed. I got a really comfortable bed. But I also when I'm not like on a weekend when I'm not doing hockey stuff, I just kind of feel lonely.
Do you actually think you sleep better in your own bed? Because as a fellow traveler, we travel a lot. I sleep better in a Marriott bed than I do at home.
Really?
Well,
couple of reasons.
Yeah,
it just depends. I want to say it depends on the bed because I've had some shitty Marriott beds.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. But in general, here's the thing: when I get into a hotel, the AC is going as low as it'll go, right? Like as low as it'll go. I'm not doing that at home. So that helps. I'm a hot sleeper. So like a nice cold room helps. I get all 4 pillows to myself. I like a little pillow cuddle while I'm sleeping. So that helps. And then obviously you can just kind of roll around the whole bed. You got the whole thing going.
I mean, I do that anyway. All that stuff other than AC, I do it at home. Like, yeah, I probably if I took this camera here and walked it into my bedroom, there would be 6 pillows on my side of the bed. I have my own pillow that I travel with as well. And then I have this big long body pillow that I sleep like on my side and in between my legs. But
that's a pregnancy pillow.
Yeah. So I do the same thing. I also need a pregnancy pillow when I sleep.
Yeah, and so like and you could probably ask Tanis, and she'd tell you that I sleep on a diagonal a lot. I kick her. I'm all over. That bed is mine.
Okay.
And I just allow her a little portion.
Maybe that's my problem is I respect the bed when I'm home, and I don't respect.
You shouldn't respect anything.
Respectful of women when sleeping.
No, it's not. Even if I was sleeping with a dude, if Jason was in my bed, it'd be the same thing. Like, so let's not make this a gender thing. All right, that's not what this is about. All right, but you are. I mean, listen, my bed is very comfortable. Like I've crafted this bed to be as comfortable as I want it to be. And so sometimes I do get to a Marriott and it's like, do you like a hard bed or a soft bed?
I don't care. Like that's the problem is like I can sleep anywhere. The thing that keeps me from sleeping is being touched and it just being too hot in general. Like I'm very hot sleeper.
Do you do a fan at home? Like
I have 2 fans, one on each side, and a ceiling fan, and they're all on, and it's still too hot.
I hate wind.
Oh, I need it in my face, like just blasting me right in the face.
Oh, something will blast you
for sure.
Well, do you have a king size or queen size that you're sharing? That's the real problem.
King size.
Okay. Okay, good. Enough room for a small starfish sprawl if needed.
Here's the problem with being used to king size bed. Like we're going to Italy for this BLPA Worldwide. They don't play that shit in Europe, bud.
They're more romantic.
They do European kings, which is basically a twin bed.
Okay.
Which is going to be, I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to deal with it. I do not know because Tanis is on the trip. This is a trip that Tanis is going on.
Oh my God.
And so I also feel for there's other people that have like significant others going. And I'm like, oh boy, I hope they realize they're about to go into the European.
I would sleep on the floor alone before I shared a twin bed with someone. And anyone again.
Tile?
No matter who.
I'm on a tile floor.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Give me a pillow and a blanket.
You can just flip. You put your head at one end, and they have their head at the other end. So then it's not like the biggest part of your body. You know.
No, I don't think that makes any difference at all.
Yeah,
sure does.
Yeah. So, but I do like a soft bed, and this guy is even saying hotel beds are way too soft. I sleep on the surface that are like one step softer than the floor. Not me. It's probably better for my back for sure. Like that hard surface, but no, I want to get in the bed and I want to be like.
Ew.
That happened to me the other night, but it's because I had picked up a vape pen in Vegas that has a little something extra in it. And when I laid down the other night, guess what? Sank right into that bed. I could feel myself coming all the way through it.
Okay, I want to mention this on the front end. I know we're talking about beds and all that stuff, but I would be remiss in my duties as the host of this show, the main host, Nikki commits of the show, to not say that this is Jillian's last show.
I'm on my farewell tour, and it's a one-stop tour.
She told me this, and I'm like, forever? And she's like,
I said, absolutely.
She said, no, not forever.
Lose my number.
But I was like, boy, this sounds like a lot of relationships I've been in.
That's a text that Nick is used to getting.
Yeah. I think everything is going great. It's sailing. It's, we're making amends,
Yeah. And then your text turned green.
Yeah, no, I don't even think it's green. I think it's just they don't even say delivered. That's how you know you're blocked on iMessage.
Oh, I thought it went to green.
No, they block you and
not delivered. I guess we'll find out soon.
We will, but hey, I did get your sister's number, so
that's true.
Not a big deal. So basically, what I'm saying is like me and Jason are gonna have to carry the load again, or we can find
interesting use of words there. But okay.
I mean.
Yeah, well, listen, but we're not going to touch in bed. We're going to carry the load here.
Okay.
And but we got to find another babe to be on the show. So if you're a babe and you want to be on your first babe for sure.
So we got to find the first babe.
Are we gonna have to? Is Brooklyn going to come back?
I do miss Brooklyn.
Brookie the cookie.
I don't know if Brookie the cookie is gonna come back. Content girl Brooklyn, or is there another babe in our future, Jason?
I don't know any. So
I think it should be Geoff.
Well, he's not a babe. I mean, we're looking for a female babe. No.
Let's put a wig on Peck and bring him on.
Ooh, Jeff Rena.
Yeah.
Jeff Rena.
Ooh, yeah, Jeff Rena Peck. He's not. I can't believe he's not here to chirp Jillian. But
not yet.
Jillian's gonna have Jillian's baby's gonna fall out of her vagina pretty soon.
At any time. At any moment.
And like right now, she's crossing her legs because she said that she wants to have it in October. So she's dealing with that. And listen,
spooky babies only.
We we are here to support that. I don't know how long we'll support it before we tell you to fuck off and get back on the show. But we're gonna listen. I've had a baby before. Jason's had a baby before, not out of our vaginas, but we've had kids, and we know how that first month or so goes for the mom. She's gonna be, but maybe we want all that hormone on this show. Maybe we want all those hormones just to come out.
So you think the hormone is the worst part for the woman?
No. I'm just saying that the hormones,
one
of the worst parts. And I think that could lead to some good content on this show. Before and after you tell us to fuck off because we're men and we got you pregnant when we obviously did not.
You got me pregnant,
but you're gonna blame it.
You're gonna blame us for sure.
Yeah,
that's true. Well, it is your fault.
Yeah. See, exactly. We're already there, right?
Yeah.
So everyone, just come on, get a good look at our one babe, Jillian, before she's goes back to the what'd you say, behind the scenes stuff for
yeah. Well, I said back end because I don't know. I thought that'd be funner on the back end.
I didn't want to say I was getting in your back end. I
okay.
didn't want to.
Sure, you didn't want to say.
Tanis listens to the show, so I gotta keep it clean. And so does Kate. So don't worry, Kate. It's just me and Jason carrying the load. Don't worry. Don't worry. All right. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Obviously, we were just in Charleston. Great city, by the way. We're going to Hershey. We'll talk about that.
Did you forget? I hope you didn't forget that you told both me and Jason that you were going to send us chocolate after this tournament.
Yeah, it's in the mail. I mailed it.
I don't trust the post.
Charleston chocolate taffy.
No, I want the Hershey kind.
No, it'll be in the mail. Also, we're back, baby. Money lining. We're back on top. Back. The world is right. The world is right. We're back on top. And then we're going to talk about our favorite team names, and we're going to talk about our interview with Handsome Brother from Slapshot. But first, well, I don't care who does it. Number one babe or number one man babe. Tell the people where they can find us.
Well, I mean, it is Jillian's last show for a while, so I don't want to take that from her. Let's let her have it.
Do it in a sexy voice. Do it in a sexy voice. Do it in a sexy voice. Don't give it to him. He doesn't need it.
Okay.
We want to hear a sexy voice.
Well, since sexy is subjective for people, I'm going to choose what someone might be into.
Not a horse. Please, not the horse. That's not sexy.
It was horse race announcer.
No, let's not do it.
Every social media is at the BLPA. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, OnlyFans, and all the lucky Patreon, Twitch, and Nick's favorite, Pinterest.
By a nose.
Did you know that?
Is there any chance that my internet's going out right now and I can just disconnect from the show?
I told her not to do it. You heard me say it. But anyway, what she said in layman's terms was,
you can find us at all social media at the BLPA.
Yes.
All of them.
Every single
one of them. And if you want to support the show, patreon.com/theblpa. I mean, Jillian, maybe we're just gonna have to send out mouth hugs, for her to send to us.
Yeah.
Or maybe Anna.
It's just gonna be Anna. Every mouth hug is just gonna be a baby screaming. So if you want that,
this is what mouth hugs lead to.
We don't keep shaming. We don't keep shaming.
Hey, Jeff made it. Oh, thank God. I gotta go.
Jillian, shut the fuck up is what he said. All right. So where do we want to start, Jillian? Hey, this is your show.
Start at the very beginning. I'd like to start at me beating you by a lot in fantasy football. I think that was a great fantasy.
I literally left a guy on my bench that outscored my whole team.
Yeah.
And listen, I've been sick and I was in a haze. So as the commissioner of the BLPA and that league, I should get to insert him after the fact because I was sick. And
don't talk about inserting anything anywhere.
Yep. I'm inserting him hard into the back end of my
I even have the confetti.
Oh boy. Look at that score. Tell him what my score was. How many points did I score?
59.78.
59 points, Jay. 59 points. And this wide receiver I left on the bench, 45 points.
Who was it? Juwan Jennings?
The guy from San Francisco.
Yeah, Juwan Jennings.
Yeah.
My whole team's injured. Like the entire team. I don't even know what to do here.
That picks.
Well, I mean, he auto drafted, so it wasn't.
I mean, yeah, but they're still bad. The auto draft did a horrible job. Do better auto draft.
I mean, you probably got a pretty good grade in here, but no shit. I literally, I don't think I've scored. I mean, it's almost like me playing hockey, just not putting up many points.
No cheeseburgers in pockets for this fantasy football.
No. But I do want to say that I beat Hawk Tua
Did you?
in my other league. I put up 154 in that one. That's a solid. So basically, your nipples sucks. Jillian.
Same with Oprah's. Did you guys see? It's a nippy thing. They're all losers.
And also, Nick's Calves Ego is who I'm playing this week. He's also 0-3. But I don't want to be the grammar police. He says Nick's Calves Ego. Nick's apostrophe S, calves, ego. It should be Nick's, Nicks, calves with an apostrophe after the S on calves.
It's plural calves, but it's ownership of the calves.
Yeah, like ego. I do own the calves, but it's the calves ego. It's not Nick's.
The calves own it.
So there's a reason why. There's a reason why you're losing with my calves, because my calves don't normally lose, and that's. But anyway. But anyway. Whew, that was a rough week. And Jillian, game well played.
Thank you. Glamour. He's my boy.
You're a girl, so obviously this was luck.
I know. Girls aren't good at sports.
I think whoever thought of having this fantasy draft is an asshole, honestly.
Wasn't it you?
Oh,
how'd you do, Jason?
Yeah, it literally was Jason. So, but anyway, so Jason, how'd you do this week?
I got crushed. But again, my whole team is like AJ Brown, Deebo Samuel, Ingram from the tight end from Jacksonville, all injured. So I was running with like a makeshift squad, and we got crushed. We should, like, that's when you play a team that's completely injured and they're playing all their backups, you should beat them. And this week I got beat.
Yeah. All right. Well, but we might have got beaten fantasy football, me and you, Jason. We might have.
We definitely did.
But we're winners overall on the weekend, right?
That's right. So we did some money lining. So I'm sure you guys, I haven't listened to last week's episode, so I'll apologize for that first. But I'm sure you told the group that we weren't doing so well in the money lining.
I said we quit. You said we were done. You were out. You said, I'm sending your money back. I'm out. I'm done.
That's how I felt. We really weren't down that much. We were down $50. We were down to 150 out of the 200 we invested. I, however, was down quite a bit more than that on my own. So that's why I think I was feeling a little defeated. Last week, I decided to put that bet on just like the most simple thing. I was like, I'm going to try to double up. And it was on Monday. We took Jamar Chase yards. I think it was like 80 yards, paid out double money, and he had like $1 billion. So I think we cleared it in the first half. So we're back up to 300 now, which is $100 over our original investment.
Money lining, baby. That's
how you do it.
Amazing news. I'm so happy for you.
I love betting. We're so good at betting. Hey, remember the dude that was gonna shit in a solo cup and eat it if Florida State lost to Boston College? No one can find him. But
do you think he's still alive?
I don't know. But there's another guy last week that said, if K-State loses to BYU, I'll shove a beefy 5-layer burrito up my ass. K-State.
Those things aren't very hard.
And this guy's gone too. So I'm going to go on record this weekend. I'm going to go on record and say this. If Oklahoma loses to Auburn, I'm going to eat blue cheese on wings.
Oh,
yeah, I know. Mark it down. And I'm a man of my word. Listen, I'm not going to run and hide and delete my socials if it happens, because Oklahoma's not losing. Okay. We made a mistake by having Jackson Arnold as our quarterback. We thought he was the truth.
That other kid's good.
Real fucking good. And listen, by all accounts, Jillian, this is sports. Women don't.
Yeah, I think I'm going to start this bit where once you guys start talking about the money lining and college thing, I'm going to play Wordle and I'm going to keep everyone. Yeah, I'll play my Wordle corner. You guys keep going.
Okay. Yeah. Well, listen, Oklahoma first game in the SEC, playing against Tennessee at home. Oklahoma doesn't lose at home. Offense was anemic. I don't understand. Here's what I don't understand. I'm not a quarterback, right? I'm not built like a quarterback, but I still believe that if I got the ball with Oklahoma within inside the 5-yard line, fumbled, I could get the ball in and not fumble. That's what I believe.
To be fair, Tennessee has possibly the best defense in the SEC, and that's a big statement when you have Georgia, who also has.
Did you see Oklahoma's offense or defense?
Oklahoma's defense looked good too. But
Oklahoma's offense was horrible.
Right.
All right.
Got it in 4.
Horrible.
But you gotta. That begs the question of, was the offense horrible or was the defense playing well? Like there's obviously two sides of that.
They scored 19 points on Houston, for crying out loud. So the offense was horrible.
Like, that's fair. And the other kid came in and in the second half, and he looked like he had taken total control and was like, he looked like he was the one taking first team reps, and the other guy was the backup.
All reports are saying that this guy's looked better than Jackson Arnold in camp, and I don't know, but I understand it. We anointed Jackson Arnold as the next coming as Oklahoma. I mean, Oklahoma's quarterback. Look at all the the Heismans, right?
Yep.
And so we thought Jackson Arnold was it, right? And I understand what the coach, they had to let Jackson Arnold fail, because if they just would have put Hawkins in from the first, then everybody would be like, what the fuck? Where's Jackson Arnold, right?
Yeah.
So I get it. This weekend, if Oklahoma loses to Auburn, I'm going to eat blue cheese on my wings.
And I think they're only like a 1-point favorite, and I think that's too low, because I don't think Auburn's very good.
Auburn sucks, but nonetheless,
I need to acknowledge my comments here. I have to address some of these. So my starter word, Kyle, was always stare, S-T-A-R-E. But then I started going and just listening to my heart and trying a new word every time. So today it was pound. Wasn't a good one. Have you ever gotten it?
Pound's
Wordle in one.
a good word.
Well, pound's always a good word when you're doing some pound. I get it.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, if Oklahoma wins, I'm going to eat
I got Wordle in one.
a complete Blaze pizza with all the meat. So those are, and I'm not going to run from this. I'm going to do one of those things. Just let you know.
So I follow a guy who's a big Mississippi State fan, and they're playing Texas this weekend. And he tweeted out, if Mississippi State loses to Texas, I will eat a 20-ounce filet with a baked potato and all the sides. I think they're gonna lose, and I think he's gonna eat it.
Yeah. Well, here we go. I'm not running away from the what I say on this podcast. I'm ring true. I'll eat blue cheese. I'll eat a Blaze pizza, and I'll send you guys chocolate.
Hold on. Do you not like blue cheese?
I hate it. It's the worst. It's the worst.
I didn't know this about you.
Yeah.
Should we put some of our money on Oklahoma this weekend just to even up the ante a little bit more?
You said don't bet with your heart. That's what you told me.
But that's not my heart. I don't care if Oklahoma wins or not. But okay. I think Oklahoma is a better team than they've shown with this new quarterback, and I think Auburn is dog shit.
Okay. Hey, listen.
Dang, snare
if you're betting it, let's go.
Irate.
Moneyline, baby. Let's go. All right, move on to the next topic. Let's get
off.
Well,
I need Kyle and Kevin and I are having a very important discussion about good starter words.
Give us the next topic, and then you can continue on with.
Next topic. Let me check
Kyle
the spreadsheet.
And Kevin in just a moment.
Yeah.
The next topic is starting. It's talking about our starter words in Wordle. So let me grab this.
I don't even play.
Got it aloud. My Wordle in one was phone.
All right.
Okay.
So
everyone remembers that the day that you get Wordle in one. So
before we move on, though, I did download a new video game. Not a new video game, but a new expansion to an old video game I've been playing. Video games are trouble, man. Like I can already. It's Destiny 2, which has been out for a long time, and I love Destiny.
Yep.
And they've got like a new expansion, campaign, blah blah blah. And I'm gonna get fat as fuck over the next 3 weeks because I'm not doing anything but playing video games.
What's the vibe of the game? Like, what do you do? Mission?
It's like open world shooter. So there's PvE, like player versus environment, so campaign, and then there's open world PvE where you can just go out and kind of kill stuff, run like little side missions, collect gear, that sort of thing. And then there's PvP, which is kind of like Call of Duty or something like that.
Can we play Warzone tonight? Like just one game to see where everyone stands on this thing.
I think we have to do it
free now, right?
Warzone's always been free.
It's been free.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So download Warzone and send me your game.
What platform?
I'm on Xbox. Yeah.
I'll have to get my kid's Xbox because I don't have one.
So we're gonna do that tonight. We could probably stream it. I mean, I could probably figure out how to get it streaming, and we could just stream us playing Warzone for a couple games, so you can see how dominant we are at.
I think you need to change our Patreon to just be like Warzone bribe, and if we get 10 people to pay us to stream Warzone tonight, I'll do it.
Okay, come on, guys, let's go.
Come on, guys.
It just needs to be $1, right?
$5. Doesn't our Patreon start at $5? Hello.
I don't know. Well, that's a mouth hug. $2 actually starts at $2.
Oh, okay. Well, I put a poll in
people are already in.
Group. People are in. All right. Do they want to play or do they want to pay?
I'm gonna be the worst, just so you guys know.
I'm gonna be the worst. And listen, if I don't get my rocket launcher and my loadout, if I get my rocket launcher, it's over.
I don't know what a loadout is. I didn't even know they had rocket launchers in this game.
Oh no.
Yeah,
boys suck at video games.
This is perfect.
Am I right, guys?
Let's go.
I can't wait till I kill Jillian.
You can't kill me.
We're on a team. We're trying to kill.
Why?
No. We're dropping.
Literally can't. Like if you try to shoot, my girl says, "Friendly fire, asshole."
Well, you're gonna hear that a lot. I'm gonna hear that a lot.
All right.
Okay. I asked in our Facebook group. I'm curious as 3/5 hockey guy. Okay. It's mid-game. Things start getting feisty on the ice. Where are you? I wanted to see what kind of people we had in the group. And I left the options for other responses open too. Most people said they would just be ready to jump in and defend their teammate. There was only like one person who said they'd be the one in the fight. And then
in the show.
Everyone was being so kind. There was like 130 people who voted. And I'm like, no one thought that they would be in the fight. But then someone posted the picture of the goalie just like sitting on top of the net, like his legs dangling over. And he's like, this is where I would be. I think I'd be the popcorn. I just did like the popcorn emoji.
You just be watching, enjoying.
Watching.
Yeah.
I think it depends on who the teammate involved is.
True.
So like, I'm not a fighter.
Nope.
But I've been in the scrums with Frank before. Because Frank's my number one BFF. Like you
gotta have it back.
Yeah, I'm going in.
Am I at least number 2, 3, maybe 4, top 5 at least?
We'll call you and Peck 2A and 2B.
Okay.
Wow.
Shit.
It's beautiful.
You see Peck on this podcast? You think is he going to dress up as a woman and be on this podcast? No.
Peck told me that it was too early in the morning to have such a large boner, but he couldn't help it because I was on the podcast.
I've seen him in the shower. It's not large. It's not. It's never a good time to have a large boner.
Okay, so who are you in the fight? I get there are different ways. Okay, if this guy on the other team is like a known bad guy and your guy's so nice and trying to keep the peace, like there's so many ways it could be situational, but generally overall speaking, who are you in the situation? Things getting feisty.
I mean, listen, I've had my days where I've ran my mouth, but those days are well past me. Listen, I own the company now, so I can't be fighting my customers. I don't think. I mean, there are a couple customers I've wanted to fight.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the end of the day, like I think when I first started hockey, like I used to talk shit, and which was crazy because I couldn't even skate, but I could fucking run this fucking mouth. But yeah, I mean, I would defend it. I would definitely defend a teammate, especially if it's if it's your team and you don't know the other team. Like if you're just at a tournament out of town, you definitely would be defending your team no matter what, I think. But these days I'm not fighting anybody. I mean, I might stand around and try to tell jokes and lighten the mood.
Again, it depends. Like I've been on a team before where we had one guy who I thought was an absolute asshole and he was always stirring up shit. And like when he would get into things, I'm like, I'm not going to go help him. That's like, this is what he does. Like, and he's the asshole. And you don't get to pick all your teammates all the time, right? Like sometimes there's people on your team that are, friends with someone else or whatever. So I think it definitely depends on the person. Generally, I'm not a fighter, or like I'm like, hey, we're all here to just fucking get away from our houses and have fun.
Houses and spouses.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, but like if you're talking about like,
Kate, she's probably listening.
Collegiate baseball, like when like that, those are your boys, like as a ride or die, like it's more serious. Like so someone gets in a fight, I'm running out there fist cocked, ready to roll. I mean,
yeah, agreed. I think it's definitely different when it's like an actual competitive sport. Like if you're playing in college, even high school, and obviously the pros for the most part, like they're going to defend their teammates. It's a competitive sport. I
had a dude, like when I used to wrestle in junior high and we were at this place called Nakoma Park. We started a riot at Nakoma Park and we're wrestling out. And I had this guy's name was Josh Wooten. And listen, like if anyone is from Oklahoma and know the Wootens, like even it's a whole lineage of people that just like to fight. It's like Frank's
Frank's family. Yeah.
And we're at Nakoma Park and and I'm just wrestling, and this guy like rolls out like the period ends, and it rolls out, and he punches me in the face, and I don't know what's going. Like I'm like, what the fuck just happened? But before I know it, Josh, who is my number one BF at this point, is on top of the guy just fucking welling, and it causes like all the crowd to cut. Like it was a melee. Like we couldn't get out of the parking lot because they were throwing shit at our buses and stuff. Those are the type of boys I like.
Yeah.
It was, and I was in 9th grade, and it was. I remember this vividly. Like they're throwing like glass bottles at the bus, at the school bus that we're in. It was a wild time. But I still don't remember why I got punched. I mean, I was beating the guy, but it wasn't dirty. And but Josh wouldn't,
That's the most Oklahoma shit I've ever heard in my life.
Hell yeah, boys. Like fighting at a wrestling match, wrestling meet,
a 9th grade wrestling match, and people are
How
fighting.
They get so many glass bottles?
Right? Yeah. Well, what century were we in?
This was 1990. It was
the 1900s.
Yeah, it was 1950. And all there was Coke glass bottles.
Glass bottles of Coca-Cola, boys. Let's go. I don't know. Like that's throwing shit at us. And so
when I was a kid, one time I threw a plastic Coke bottle. I got mad about something and I just chucked it, and it had like this much Coke in it, and it went straight through double pane glass window in my house. Like what? I let it go, I threw it, and I was like, "Uh-oh, that's going towards the window," and it just went straight fucking through it. Plastic.
And do you remember it in slow mo? Like
yeah. And then I remember all my friends, we were in the backyard, so all my friends take off, jump in the fence, because my dad was known as like the crazy Italian dad. So like they all take off and jump the fence, and I just hear my dad in the house yell, "What the?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm dead." Like this is it. This is how
Limbacher's an Italian name?
Limbacher's German. That's my grandfather's side. My grandmother on my dad's side is from Italy. Like she came over like from Italy as a kid.
Do I need to see your family like when I go over here?
Oh,
I mean, you could. It's the Borellis.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know them. I know the Borellis.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they make noodles.
Yeah, hey, speaking of slow motion, I want to ask this question to Jillian, but let me set it up. Do you ever, and Jason, you played sports, like was there ever time in sport where like things just went in slow motion for you? Like for me, like in baseball, it happened all the time, but I was pretty decent at baseball. It's happened a couple times in hockey, like that one time when I scored on Frank in Nashville when I went bar down. That was slow mo for sure, but very rarely does it happen in slow mo. But does that ever happen in like volleyball? Like, is there like a slow mo? Like you're like in that zone, like that's the zone, I'm guessing.
I think it's when you know something good is coming. But I think it was when I scored like my first basket in basketball. Like I was the kid who had more fouls than points. Like I was like a little bit of a dirty player. Not in the fun way. But I think in volleyball, like when you're gonna hit, like you get the set, and the set is like perfect. You're like, oh my god, this is it. This is the one. Like this is the kill, and then you go up, and it's always like way worse than you think. But it's just when everything's right, and you're like, I got this, and then I don't. That's my slow mo. So maybe you have to be better at sports.
But is that like do you think that's the zone? And
I think the zone is what I'm not thinking.
You think that pro athletes are always in that zone for the most part?
For the most part. It aligns. I don't know if I would say slow motion. I feel like slow motion is when I'm thinking about it too much. When I'm just like chill and I just do it, that's the zone for me.
Yeah. Jason, you ever had the zone? Have you ever been in the zone?
For sure. Yeah. Growing up as a kid, I played like all sports, and I'm okay at everything. Like there's not a sport that I can't play. And even in hockey, like you said, there's been times where I was just like a play happened and I was like, holy shit, that was slow. Like I shouldn't be able to skate around anyone, and I skated around everyone. Like they were all going in slow motion.
Like you remember that time in Omaha with Kaz when I said, I'm feeling dangerous right now, and then I went out and scored. I was that was slow mo for sure.
The pass I made to you in Savannah that you buried on the one timer went slow mo for me. Like as it went over, and I like looked at the goal, and I'm like, oh, this is going in, and like I just sat back and watched and enjoyed.
Which is weird because like I've missed some beauty one tees.
But I knew like as soon as I let it go, I just turned to the goalie and I was like, I'm gonna watch this thing hit the back of the net.
Yeah. Well, like when Peg passed me that one when I was all alone, I was taking it. That was not slow mo. That came full speed.
Fast.
My stick was in slow mo, like me in slow mo, but the play wasn't in slow mo like it should have been. Hey Jillian, when you get that perfect set in the slow mo, can we normalize, like you as the coach, every time that goes, you say "Pound Town" You want him to take that ball. To
yeah,
Pound
I think I should start doing that. We have a game tomorrow, so I'll bring it up. Yeah,
when it's perfect. Just Pound Town.
Yeah.
Just let them know they need to take that ball to Pound Town, because I do that in hockey and people love it, and so I think we should get that kind of started.
I'm all in. I'll definitely let you know how it goes.
How old are these? Are they girls, right?
Yeah, they're all underage, so I think that should go over well.
Yeah, that should go great.
Well, listen, Pound Town isn't. I guess it is age specific. You don't want to take underage girls to Pound Town.
When I'm reffing and I'm on the blue line, like I'm on the outside, and it comes to a defenseman and they have an open shot, I say Pound Town out loud all the time.
I started for sure. Pound Town. You gotta take it to Pound Town, right?
Yeah.
But listen, Peck brags about his. And listen, you haven't listened to last week's podcast, so you don't know that there was history set in Placid. I mean, you know about Miracle and USA beating Russia. You know that, right?
Yeah.
But you don't even know that the most cops ever showed up at a draft party in Placid this past. You don't even know that story. But that's not even the most historical thing that's ever happened in Placid.
Okay.
The most historical thing that's ever happened in Placid is that Jeff Peck was held goalless in a Dex for the first time ever.
So are we taking him out of the ring around? And listen, I also have a slow motion with Jeff Peck. We were playing in Nashville one time, and we entered the zone, and we did like a 3-person pass. The last pass was Jeff to me on the back door, just tap it in, and that one went slow-mo too.
Yeah, well, he was tied for the tournament lead in assist.
Okay, so he was. Oh, well, I mean that's one a game. Almost won a game.
Yeah, and so
let's be honest, refs don't count assists like they should, so it was probably more like 8.
Yeah, well, basically we're doing this puck 10 thing at all tournaments now, where I donate $10 for every goal, $5 for every assist to puck 10, and we're getting other people in, because I don't rack up the points like I used to.
Yeah,
and so I told Peck he's gonna have to donate for every goal to the kids, and then he didn't score. Imagine, imagine that, quite unfair. But anyway,
I was just reminded by myself of when you said something about your stick, that because Jason missed last week, he was meant to perform one of our newest, our sponsors.
I do remember that. I wasn't able to.
But here, let me send it right to you.
Yeah, don't worry. We have it. I got it on lock.
Here we go. I'm sending it right to you. You're on your phone. I saw you. So now, before we get to a read from one of our sponsors, I want to talk about how we interviewed Dave Hansen from Slapshot. You all know the movie. We're not going to play it here. We're going to plug it in. You're going to have to download it. We got to help the brand download the fucking episodes, and you'll be able to hear a good chat with Dave, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And so I want you guys to check that out. We're going to get more interviews coming. Hopefully, well, I don't know, now that Jillian's kind of quitting for a while.
That's true.
Maybe not. I don't know, but maybe.
Flaky.
But nonetheless, let's hear from one of our sponsors here.
Oh, yeah. All right, Jason.
Oh, that actually made it way worse. All right, here we go. Hey, you hockey hotties. Tired of using sticks that can't take a good pounding? It's time to grab Nick's Sticks. Because when it comes to hockey, you want the best, not some flimsy, Don't we had to keep the laughter down here so I can get through this thing.
Going.
Don't waste your time with those cheap knockoffs that leave you feeling like you're playing with a twig. With Nick's Sticks, you'll have the kind of quality that makes everyone in the rink jealous. And trust me, they'll be asking you for a taste.
That was it? I thought there's more lines.
There's definitely more.
Okay, keep going.
Nick's Sticks are built for players who love to dominate the ice and look good doing it.
Mm-hmm.
With a flex so perfect, you'll be scoring more than just goals, if you catch my drift. Don't waste your time with those knockoffs that leave you feeling like you're playing with a twig. Instead, a real log. Ditch those duds and get your hands on Nick's Sticks today. Yeah.
What an ad read. God, I wonder how much they're paying us to read these ads. I mean,
that was an expensive one.
Yeah, let's get Nick's Sticks out there. Let's normalize Nick's Sticks. Grab Nick's Stick. Everyone
grab a Nick's Stick.
Play with Nick's Stick. Grab Nick's Stick. Stroke Nick's Stick. Do whatever.
Not
you
a twig. It's a real log.
It's a real log.
It's a real log.
Girthy, if you will.
Yeah. Huge knob on him. All right. Well.
Okay.
All right. Well, make sure you listen. Make sure you listen. Listen. Make sure you grab a Nick's Stick and listen to our interview with Dave Hansen. We'll plug it in right here. Actually, this is a good time.
He's gonna love that association.
Yeah. Well,
perfect.
Good.
All right, next.
We also talked about, we have two more funny things that I'm actually excited to talk about. Is one, the pros and cons shirt, and two, our favorite beer league hockey team names.
There's a lot
coming up.
You know, here's the deal. They actually in Calgary, if you play at a city rink, you can't have like the fun, sexually suggestive names that beer leaguers are known for because they're like, oh, the kids. So like book hockey has been banned, stuff like that. Like the sexual predators, can't book hockey.
Oh, Jason's like, I've never heard of
no,
like
hockey
for real.
Say
it like book.
Like hockey.
I'm there now. Got it.
All right.
Got it.
So like the sexual predators can't be one. There was one team. I remember they registered for the team, and I'm like, this is a weird name. It was like GYPRNHRD. I'm like, who's Gippenherd? Who's Gippenherd? That's weird. And then we played them, and I realized that it was gay porn hard without the vowels.
Oh.
And their logo is just a big black rooster on the front.
Good Lord.
Gippenherds are a good. Another one that I found was really funny was the Test Eagles.
Oh,
okay.
The Test Eagles, they had like
that one I heard the first
like
time.
The Washington Capitals like logo, but it then like it looked like a penis with a bird beak and then like two balls down here, which was a pretty funny logo. So everyone loves a good beer leaguers love like them sexual innuendo jokes for sure.
That's like the only thing people go after for sure.
Well, I found I liked No Regretskis.
Okay,
that's cute.
Okay, yeah.
Hat Trick Swayze.
I've played for a team called Hat Trick Swayze.
What about bye week? So when no teams just show up and you just win every game.
We have a team named Your Mom. So it's like you're playing your mom. You beat your mom. Cute.
Or
I also like Off in the Corner, so that when they lose, you have to say we beat Off in the Corner.
That's a good one. That's a good one too. What's some other one? There's definitely some other like.
What was the clams one that was in Charlotte? They were all clams. And then everyone's name was
thirsty
a
clams.
Type of clam. Yeah,
thirsty clams.
That was a good one.
They were talking about vaginas. I don't know if you guys know
that. I got it.
Frozen Snappers is another one.
Okay.
Double D's. Obviously, they play in our tournament. Shout out Double D's. Their whole team. Obviously, they're chicks, and they're talking about boobies. But a lot of them are coming to. A lot of them are coming to Iceland.
Nice.
So it'll be it's probably going to be the most chicks ever at a draft experience tournament. The most chicks ever. The most.
That's where you can find your next podcast co-host.
That's a good idea.
Hey, Double D's, any of you babes? Casey Murphy played on an all Asian team tournament called Fried Ice.
That's hilarious.
There was a team of all Asians in Calgary, and they were called the Calgary Frames.
Oh God. I mean, at least they said it, not you.
Yeah, I love it.
But it's like, am I racist for laughing at it? I mean, they put it out there, so obviously
because they know it's funny.
I know
they wouldn't put it out there if they didn't know it was funny.
Yeah, I know, true. But it's it's just supposed to be funny to the Asian people, not the white people.
True. Yeah. Don't
laugh. We have a team called the Puck Buddies, which is decent,
a true classic.
Yeah.
I wanted to actually get a full team of Asians and me. So all Asians and me, and call ourselves the mathematicians. So people would be like, boy, that white guy must be really fucking
good at math.
Yeah. That's a rumor you once started about you.
I really want to get started. So, hey, any Asians, if you want to start a team and you want to call yourself the mathematicians, I'll be the token white guy for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Good to know.
Yeah, that's the way it is.
Is that what you're putting on your pro and con shirt?
I'm good at math. Yeah.
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 Good. Did you have one? Did you talk about this trend?
Okay. So Kyle's in here. I actually just saw him. He started the trend in Lake Placid. He told me it was gonna happen, but I was just like, okay, funny, haha. But then he showed up in this shirt at the draft, and it was a gray long sleeve shirt. Pros, decent wrister. Pros, good in the room, wins face-offs. Cons, slow as hell. I ain't back checking, bad at chugging. And this is what I mean. That's what it looks like.
I love it.
And I thought this is great. That's pretty funny. But then we go to Charleston this weekend, and then a couple show up with their pros and cons shirts, and on the back of them it says, on theirs says 4 to 6 hours. So,
because they were both in Nashville.
Yeah, they were both in Nashville. So pros for the gentleman was cherry picker, great face-off win percentage, cute butt. Cons, slow dressers, can't drop pass.
Which is funny because his lady always talks about how he can't make a correct drop pass.
Yeah. So Jess, who was also on the podcast, she was a babe on the podcast at once.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're just running through babes here, bud. Running through chicks.
Just run through.
That's what we do. Pros, smart positioning, great passer, excellent teammate. Con, small, and engaged, bitches.
Oh,
Oh.
that's fair.
Sounds like
That's good. That's a good one because
yeah,
there's do be some dudes drafting thinking I'm gonna holler at this chick in the locker room. She's go ahead and putting it out there now.
Well, she does call herself Tits McGee, so
right.
I mean, she wants those boys.
Yeah.
All right.
Listen, she's not asking for it. She's just inviting it.
She's demanding.
So I guess the question would be, what would your shirt say? And let's start with Jillian. Jillian, what would be your pros?
Okay. Pros. Brings gushers.
Oh, this is like fruit snacks.
Yes.
Monica brings.
Do they not have this in Canada?
Yeah, I know they're better. They're better, but I'm saying like there is a girl that brings fruit snacks all the time. We just call her fruit snacks.
Okay. Different. Gushers. I wouldn't. It's kind of like is a hot dog a sandwich?
Gusher. Your new nickname is Gusher. Change it.
Gusher.
Let's go, Gusher.
Don't know how I feel about that. Where's it gushing from?
Sorry, Gusher.
Yeah.
What was my con? Toe picks.
But your only pro is brings gushers?
No, I'm going back and forth. I have another one.
I only ask for your pros. Follow directions. So con, can't follow directions.
Pro, good time.
Okay.
Con, not good.
Okay.
That's it. I should have done con first. Not good. Pro, good time.
Pro.
I like that order better.
Pro, babe. Con,
babe.
Having a baby.
It hurts. It hurts.
All right, Jason. What's your pros, my guy?
Pro, almost never wear sleeves. For sure, that's got to be on there. Pro, can score goals. Pro, big locker room guy. That's all my pros.
Okay.
Big locker room guy.
Yeah.
Cons.
Yeah. Opposite of tech, locker room guy.
Cons, almost never wear sleeves. Let's be honest, it can go both ways. Con, doesn't know where the defensive zone is. Never seen it. Con, tends to drink too much.
Is that the con?
And will ingest any edible you give him.
For sure.
Okay. Pro, pays the referees. Pros, good at chugging. Actually, great at chugging. Great chugger.
I could probably put good at chugging in my pros. Yeah. I'm not your level, but I'm all right.
Pro, half of the best shutdown defensive pairing in Dex history.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay.
Con, half of the best defensive pairing in Dex history. Con, will likely miss a game to take photographs. Con, I'm not good at hockey. There you go. Jeff Peck, I said the opposite of big is actually what I said. If you would have caught my penis joke earlier, you would know where we were going. So opposite.
Wafted that joke in.
Thanks for the softball. So that's my show. I think these shirts should be a thing, Jason, and we should definitely be making them. We need an overarching one, and I'm gonna sell it as a BLPA shirt. Right.
If I'm gonna wear one, I'm gonna get mine done right. Like it's not gonna be written on. I'm gonna go get one printed up, and I think that's gonna happen. I'm
gonna Photoshop. They have like a font that looks like drawn in marker. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do, and I'll do one for you too, Jason. And then we'll do it like that. But we need like a one that we can just sell to everyone because we got to make money. We're business guys, right?
Yeah, but make one that's like a whiteboard, so then you can change it.
Yeah. You mean just a white T-shirt?
No, but it's like a whiteboard. Like you can erase it and change it. Like,
how can you erase a T-shirt?
This is I don't come up with the solutions. I'm the idea guy.
Yes, I say brings problems, not solutions.
Here, do this good idea.
Okay, that's it. Casey has a good one. We're gonna sell a white T-shirt for $30 with just lines.
Well, I think what you gotta do is you do like a gray T-shirt with like a white box, and then the lines in the white box, and the pros and cons printed on there, so it
looks like a sheet of paper.
Correct. Yeah, and then they can write in what they want. I think that's the best way to go if you're going to sell one, because I think people would buy those.
Yeah, and then put like BLPA draft experience, and then
yeah.
And then you can choose if you want a marker that washes off in the wash, because remember those bears that you used to be able to draw on, but then you'd wash it and then you get to start fresh and new. So you can do that with the t-shirt too. So if you use a washable marker, then you can wash it. That's also how my prom date asked me to prom. He gave me a t-shirt with like a bunch of names written in different markers. And he's like, well, now that I'm thinking about it, he's like, take a shower with the shirt on.
Yeah.
And then all the other names washed off.
He's like, take a shower with the shirt off, and I'll watch just to make sure that you're doing it right. Yeah. And you were
all
like,
right,
oh,
it's all
okay,
coming
that's
together.
so romantic.
Yeah, perfect. What's his name? Can we get him on the podcast?
Wow, we're out of time.
But not to speak. We don't need you on the podcast.
You can make them choose their marker, and then if they want it to be like permanent pros and cons, that's on them. But if they want to use washable marker, it still shows up, and they can change it per tournament.
I think what we should do is just bring washable markers to the tournaments, and they buy one, and you give them the marker, and you let them write theirs out, and then they can wear it for the draft.
Yeah, and we just have the problem. Here's the problem. Maybe we should do it on the registration. Do you want to pay an extra $30 right now for the shirt? Because I don't want to take 80 shirts to the draft party and then have to ship.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I think you should only take 30, and you should, and it's like first come, first serve. Get here early and buy one. Yeah,
sell them for $50.
Business 101. Plus, everyone, like when they're there, then they want to be a part of it.
Yeah,
you know, you can't.
One person buys it, then they're like, "Oh, I want to do that," and they go and buy it. We'll obviously be wearing them.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm in. I'm gonna have this done. It's probably gonna be the first one's gonna be Tahoe.
Oh, can you make it to where I can cut the sleeves off and not cut anything off in the middle?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, sleeves will be fine.
Yeah.
So okay, what else is on the docket today?
That was our full docket. That was a very packed docket.
That's what we do. We didn't even talk about Charleston or Hershey.
You said it was nice.
Well, I just said I was sick. Let me talk about. Can I say two things before we go? I know we're already 52
minutes. I'll allow
it. Listen,
how are you, we're just living in it.
How are you quitting this show for a set time without doing our 3-hour episode? I'm very upset. But and so are the people.
Are we gonna Warzone tonight? Is that actually gonna
happen? Yeah, we are Warzoning. Okay. We're gonna do,
except for the problem is it's gonna be like late for Jason's time. And I know he's go to sleep at
Jason's 6 o'clock. An adult. He's an adult. This guy's an adult right here. Barely. He stays up gaming. Foolin.
He complained about my 8 o'clock start time last time.
Well, so it's 10 o'clock for me.
Yeah. Okay. How about 7:30 my time, 8:30 Jason's time, 6:30 your time?
No, guys, I coach every night.
How are you coaching when your baby's about to fall out?
That's what I want. That's what I want to know.
How late do you coach?
Tonight. Actually, tonight's bad. Tonight's a bad night for me. Let's do Friday.
I'm gonna be in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
I coach till 7:30.
So
you're saying 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock Jason's time. Jason, can you 10 o'clock?
I can make it.
Okay, 10 o'clock.
It's also one of our fundraisers, and I might have to go to pizza after.
Jason, me and you are going to play Warzone.
Okay.
At 7:30 my time, 8:30.
Video games are really for guys anyway. Girls aren't any good at them.
Yeah.
Video games. So what did I? Whoa, what did I?
Excuse us.
Look at
all right, we get it. You're the main guy.
Okay. Hold on. Main character syndrome over here.
What happened here? There we go. So we're going to play Call of Duty tonight, 7:30 my time, 8:30 Jason's time, 9:30 Eastern time. Maybe we'll get some people to come in and jump on and play with us.
Yeah.
Jeff Peck will play for sure.
Yeah, Jeff Peck will play. I'll see if I can find a way to stream it, but it won't have I don't know if I'll have a camera. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
I'm not gonna get to shoot Jillian.
Yeah, well, we'll talk shit about her.
If I'm in a different, we got to get in the same lobby, but not on the same team, because then I can shoot you.
Well, at one point we did do a BLPA Warzone tournament where you brought your own team, and it was just all BLPA people. We had 50 people in there.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, it was. We should do that again. We'll get that maybe. Okay, so Charleston, awesome city. I don't know if you've ever been there, Jillian, but it's a fucking badass. Real old city. I like that toury shit. I did some tour. I did like the R-rated tour of Charleston. Went around. They told it wasn't like, oh, this is the haunted history. It was like they were telling us like all the juice of like all the affairs. And basically,
is that R-rated or X-rated?
You did tell us this.
Did I?
Yeah.
How?
Last week.
How did I tell you that when I just went to Charleston on Thursday?
Because you were there. Why did I know this? Why do I know this about you?
Wild.
Maybe because we talked about it, or like we talk outside of the podcast. I know that people don't really believe.
Where? All right.
Anyway, we did it. We did it. There's apparently Charleston loves to fuck. It was just a bunch of whorehouses, all sorts of things.
Hell yeah! Shout out Charleston.
Shout out Charleston for fucking, for sure. Charleston fucks. But as far as the hockey goes, I was very sick all weekend, so I didn't really get to be involved. But I will tell you something great that happened.
Tell us.
A couple got engaged at the draft party.
Oh.
So draft love. It was Sam and Ross. Got
Sam
engaged.
I know Sam and Ross.
Sam and Ross. And here's why they chose to get engaged at a draft party hosted by yours truly. I'm not trying to make their relationship all about me, but I am the reason for the relationship. They met at a tournament that I was putting on in Seattle long time ago when I was with another company, and they've always just kind of came to tournaments when I was around. And so I feel like I'm the beacon of true love and happiness. And so if you want to meet your man or your woman, if you're single and you want to meet your single man,
ready to tingle.
If you're single and ready to tingle, yep. Come to the drafts. We'll get you hooked up with some people. I'm Cupid incarnate.
Do you ever do like a speed dating draft? Like everyone is single who goes there, and it's like,
yeah, except for I need staff, and Jason wouldn't come to that one.
Oh,
not allowed.
Not allowed. Ooh. But if we want to do a singles draft, that would be actually pretty funny to do a singles draft.
The problem with the singles draft is it's going to be 45 dudes and 5 chicks, and it's going to be a little overwhelming.
Yeah, but
then it's like The Bachelor. It's kind of fun for the
here's
girls.
The deal. Maybe we set it up as, hey, we need 20 chicks, 20 dudes, two chick goalies, 2 male goalies.
Oh, because we got to set the goalies up with each other because they're too crazy to date anyone else.
Yeah, so we'll do it. It's definitely called speed dexing, is what it's called. And that's what we're gonna do. And so now we're the harbinger of love, even more so. But I digress.
That's Valentine's Day.
Charleston was a great tournament. We had a shootout in the gold championship game. We had one team that was 0-5, so we basically had everything that you could have at a Dex. We had, right? So someone. Obviously, they got engaged, so someone went to Pound Town. We know it. You know it. They know it. And I'm just here to tell you. Come to Dex or Pound Town.
Which is, they did it in a good place because apparently Charleston fucks.
Charleston fucks. And now we're going to Hershey. Does Hershey fuck?
Hershey fuck?
Let's find out. I mean, listen, what's more romantic than giving your woman or your man some chocolates?
It's covered in melted chocolate.
You know what I'm saying? Like chocolate-covered strawberries, and you're feeding them. You're feeding them to your significant other.
Sensual.
Maybe chocolate syrup all over. Chocolate syrup on your nipples. Male and female. We're not just talking about female nipples.
Hairy.
Well, I mean, listen.
Either way,
you get chocolate syrup in hairy nipple. It's going to be sticky for a while.
No one actually likes chocolate syrup.
No, that's untrue. Listen, Tanis, if you're listening, if you'll bring up a bottle of that Hershey Special Dark Syrup, I'll drink it right now. I'll drink the syrup. The syrup is good.
Wait, do that motion again. I need to take a screenshot. Hold
on. But anyway,
so familiar to me.
Speaking of Marriott.
Okay. Whatever. Hey,
speed off the rails here.
Speed dexing, that's what I'm talking about. But anyway, so Hershey is for lovers and fuckers, I guess. So hopefully, everyone that comes to Hershey is down. We got a gap in between Hershey. I'm pretty stoked about the gap in Hershey. Like on Sunday, we have like 2 games, and then we have like a 2-hour break for some weird reason, and then 2 games. But we're already planning. Oh, hey, come on over here.
No way.
Yes.
Chug-a-luggy.
Chug, 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 chug.
Oh my!
Oh yeah! Holy!
Whoa.
Oh God bless America!
Keep all that in your mouth. You got to keep all that in your mouth.
Oh my!
It's hard when there's so much. It's hard to give it.
Yeah. Having deja vu.
Oh my God! Check your levels after that.
Deja vu, Jason. Your juice is that color? Gross. Oh, that is incredible.
Is that not normal?
Listen. I just had it in my mouth and it was delicious, so
Okay,
I'll
there
take
you
it. But anyway, so I'm a myth buster, and when you say no one actually likes chocolate syrup, I just proved I love it. I love chocolate syrup, but I like the dark chocolate. I don't like the regular. Dark chocolate's the way to go. But
well, anyway. I was talking about the regular one, so you're gonna have to redo it.
bring the regular syrup, please. But anyway, so Hershey. But in between that break, we're gonna have a tailgate, and there's a guy that he either owns or he works for like this. What do they call them?
We don't know.
It's like dumplings, but it's like the. Now I can't even remember what they're called, but it's like dumplings. He grills them. You grill one side of them, you dip them in sauce, you eat them. Yeah. Oh yeah, they're so fucking good, bud. They're so fucking good. And he's gonna be out there grilling them for sure. Hopefully, pour chocolate syrup in my mouth. I don't know. But nonetheless, okay. So that's basically Hershey. One last shout out before we go. Okay. This one's pretty important. I mean, it's right up there with someone getting engaged. Someone's having a baby, not Jillian. Jillian's old news. Taylor Frazee just announced today that him and his wife are pregnant.
All right.
So they're going to be having a pregnant. So congratulations.
Congrats, Taylor.
Wow. Yeah. That's huge.
And it's pierogies, by the way. That's
what. Oh, yeah. Those are good.
Pierogies. Hopefully he brings a bunch. He works for Mrs. T's pierogies that they sell in the grocery store. Hopefully he'll bring some with bacon and cheese in them because those are my favorite pierogies with bacon and cheese.
I was prepared for this. Every time we do an episode, I end up hungry. So my Buffalo Wild Wings is almost here. It's almost delivered. So
what'd you order?
Just a little wrap and some French fries. I'm not trying to take it too crazy. Also, I'm going to be playing video games, so I need to be able to eat and play.
Yeah, ranch dressing, of course, right? Yeah, ranch dressing. Yeah, okay. And I'm standing by what I say. If Auburn beats the University of Oklahoma Sooners this weekend, I will get wings and smother them with blue cheese and eat them.
I think I'm going to put all 300 of our money on Oklahoma minus 2.5. All 300.
Oh, boy. If Oklahoma wins, I'm eating a full, large Blaze pizza to myself with pepperoni, bacon, ham, probably a little garlic on there.
Garlic's the way to go for sure.
So that's I'm standing by it. I'm standing by him. I'm a man of my word. Man of my word. All right. Please. Anything else before we go?
I'm hungry. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Jillian?
I want to eat pizza. Jillian? Be good. How did you do it so wrong? Didn't I tell you the new kids do this? This is like what the new generation does for Jillian, have you seen do you think that a middle finger is less disrespectful if it's forward facing? Do you think it's more funny?
I just think it's funny that people this is actually disrespect, but we flip off our friends all the time just for fun. Like we're just like, fuck
yeah. Oh, but I do in the car if I'm driving and someone does something stupid, I give them a thumbs down instead because I feel like that hurts more. I was like,
Yeah. Tana said she flipped off some guy today pulling into our neighborhood, and he slowed down and reached out his window and did the a jerk off motion like this.
Yeah.
And then gave her a flip off.
He put a little.
He was building that shit up.
Yeah. Right. Let me work it. Here you go.
I think I wouldn't even be mad.
Yeah. She's like, so, and I'm like, well, it sounds like that guy's a gentleman and a scholar. Like he really knows what he's working with. So
and really good at math. It was
I want to be on a podcast.
Is he a babe?
Are you
any babes? We're looking for you. Listen, we already got 2 male babes. We're looking for a female babe that will call us on our bullshit. That's probably Jillian's most endearing feature. A lot of people just agree with me on this podcast because it's my show. And
no, they don't.
No, a lot of people do. So,
no, see?
He missed it. I got
Thanks,
it.
Jason.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're finding another babe for a while.
This one's ran its course.
This one's ran its course. I've ran through this babe. I need another. Next.
She's already pregnant.
But and it's not mine because she's only been podcasting for 2 months, I promise.
Yeah. That's true.
But nonetheless, we're looking for another babe for a while. Not saying Jillian's going to be gone for forever.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? Maybe she'll go off the deep end by becoming a mother, and she'll be like, you know what? I'm a mother now. I'm a mother now.
What I said. It's my identity.
Can't talk about these things.
Yeah, I can't make dick jokes.
Mother now.
Yeah,
true. Yeah, I'm be a crunchy mom.
Don't do it. But anyway, so it was nice knowing you, and hopefully we will see you soon. Jump in. We'll let you know when we're recording, even if we have another babe. So if you're you got the baby and you're breastfeeding,
Of course.
And you want to do that trend where like, everyone's like, oh, it's breastfeeding, it's not sexual. Look, I'll show you my titty just to prove it.
Yeah, that's like every man behind the Free the Nipple campaign. Like, why wouldn't we support women?
Yeah, we'll allow it. If you want to make we're not very political, but if you want to make a political statement by showing your nips.
I've never had so much men backing a cause.
Like, yeah, Jillian, yeah.
Yeah, feed that baby.
So we're here for it.
Breast is best.
And listen, I'm just serious. And so all right, other than that, that's probably a good time to end the show. Jillian, anything before you're gone for good?
Jeff Peck is not a ringer.
That's cool. You don't even know hockey. So Jason?
No, I got nothing.
Okay.
Be good.